Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Trade Talks Live. It's so funny. Look at your head. It's right in the Roger Wakefield logo. Yeah, it doesn't get any better than that. Here, let me hit play on this because I noticed that I didn't do that in the video I just shot. But that's okay. It just said Roger forever. Yeah. Welcome back to the show, guys. How are y'all doing? Welcome to the Trade Talks Live. I'm Roger Wakefield. I am a 45-year plumber, and I learned open shop. I got in the union later, became an instructor, opened my own business, scaled it, and sold it. So I've done a lot of things. But then I learned how to use YouTube, and that's why we're here each and every day. If you've been here before, welcome back to the show. As I see Matt McDonough's already jumped in. Good to see you, brother. Guys, if you've been here before, welcome back. If this is your first time here, come on in, pull up a chair, make a glass of tea, or it is Tequila Tuesday, just if that's the way you roll. And we're going to have fun. We talk about all the trades, and we do it because we think by getting up, learning your business, your industry, your niche, your profession, learning more about it each and every day is going to help move you up. And after about a year, if you'll do this for 30 minutes to an hour a day, you'll be in the top 5% of your industry because you'll know more about your industry than most other people. And as you can see, I don't do this crap alone.
That's it. Good morning, everybody. I am Henry Wakefield, a.k.a. Squirt, as you see down on the screen. 20-year pipe fitter by trade and enjoying Tequila Tuesday today.
But we ain't even opened up the tequila.
And we ain't even
I know because the safe had
It's
safe
5
hadn't
o'clock
opened.
somewhere, and it's not here yet.
Boy, it ain't here.
We're looking for it.
Well, it's
Happy
5 in the
Tuesday.
morning in Hawaii.
Ooh, I like that.
Hey, we could pretend we were up all night.
It was 5 hours ago. It's 5. You're right. We can start. We're
there
good.
There you go. Time to get rolling.
So we'll see
good
y'all.
thing
We'll
I'm
be back in a
it's a
minute.
good thing I'm
I know
standing here
you're
between
blocking
you
me.
and the
I
safe.
can't get out of here. I'm going to have to come that way, guys. Get ready.
Guys, we get to do this each and every day because of y'all. But the cool thing is, we do this because of what I started doing on YouTube. And if you want to learn how to do YouTube for your business, I made a webinar to help you out. Just go to justmattroger.com. Check it out. YouTube may be the answer to the problems that you're having.
That's it. We'd also like to thank League Pro for sponsoring today's episode of the Trade Talks. Where at League Pro, we build the most precise leak detection system for professional plumbers. And when I say for professional plumbers, guys, it's easy to use. It's push button activation and a volume knob. It's the only adjustment on the whole thing because plumbers just need to hear where the leak is so that we can actually get in there to fix it. So I always suggest checking out the complete kit at our website, leak.pro. It's the business in a box, has everything you need to do single person leak detection. But if you're not familiar with how to do that, give me a call because I offer a 2-day in-person training here just outside of Dallas, Texas, where we'll teach you how to locate lines, pinpoint locate leaks under a slab, outside of a slab, even how to determine where a sewer system's leaking, all from the double clean out outside of the home. So give me a call at 1-8888-LEAK-PRO. Reason I do this is to help plumbers, and if you're a plumber out there, I'm here to help you. So give me a call.
And I'll tell you what, it's funny because Leak Pro is what we started using, and we trained our apprentices where they could go out and do it. They're not penetrating the plumbing system, so it was easy to get them trained and teach them how to become revenue generating right there from the very beginning. And Julie Jones is in here. We are doing an event on Friday. Julie Jones is a great trades business coach. So any residential service company, we've started a best practice group, residential service professionals. And we're doing a business intensive this Friday. If you're interested in it, go check it out. We'll put a link in here. It is www.residentialserviceprofessionals.com/launch. And there it is right there. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I will come over here if I can find out how YouTube works these days. And I will pin that right there. So there's the link right at the top. So, Julie, thank you for being in here. And let me jump into the comments real quick. It starts out, of course, with Matt McDonough says, good morning, Mr. Miyagi of Plumbing and Squirt. What's up, brothers? Happy Tequila Tuesday. Hope all is well. Go Leak Pro. Man, it is starting off great. It's been a great day. It really has. Gen X Plumber says, good morning, fellas. Brother, good to see you in here. Julie Jones says, Kilo Tuesday or Protein Shake Tuesday?
I know. Did you have your protein shake this morning?
I had my protein shakes last night after I got off work.
I noticed that.
Look.
So I was just wondering if you packed one for this morning.
I didn't bring one into work, but I went to Frankie's. Man, I've got a great little Mexican restaurant here. And I went over to Frankie's and I ordered protein shakes. And if you hadn't connected with me on Facebook, you might go check out my Facebook. Anyway, they look a lot like margaritas. They taste a lot like margaritas.
Yeah.
But, it is what it is. But guys, if y'all want to learn more about my margaritas, go to Frankie's. Tell them it's either a protein shake or a Rogerita. They should know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I just call them Rogeritas. Works really well.
There you go. They know exactly what I want, what to make. Saw your video yesterday. Loved it.
Good deal.
Look, we have fun doing what we do. Residential Service Professionals launch, guys. That is where it's all at. And I want to make sure because I hadn't seen it move yet. Okay, so it should be. Yep, there we go.
There we go.
Okay, just making sure I'm giving everybody what they want. We're going to jump in here to the national news. The Federal Department of Transportation fast tracks bridge repair bundles in 3 states. Okay, design, build bridge bundles, and weekend closures. They're rapidly becoming the standard fix for our aging infrastructure. The Department of Transportation are grouping dozens of bridges into a single package and knocking them out with accelerated weekend schedules. Now, that's huge if you're in traffic control. All right? Lighting, drainage, rehab, any of that, because this kind of work is coming in fast. And what does bundling it really mean? Instead of bidding on one bridge, you've got to qualify for a 10, 25, maybe even 50 bridge package with uniform specs and an extremely tight schedule. Okay, small to mid contractors can still compete, but you need to get your paperwork. You need to have your safety record, your crew availability all dialed in. And safety records can be a big deal, guys. You will not get to bid some of this work if your safety multiplier is over a 1. And weekend closures are the game changer. They compress the entire job into a 48 to 72 hour sprint, which cuts cost, claims, and traffic interruption. But that means the margin for error is 0. If you don't open on time, you're looking at lane rental penalties and liquidated damages per hour, not per day, per hour. Where when you're late on a building, it may say, hey, it's $10,000 a day that you're late.
You can't open a lane? Ooh.
Yeah, it may be $5,000 an hour.
Yeah. Rough.
Yeah.
Rough.
Yeah, you're
because
10
you
hours
get into
late.
rush hour? Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
I'd hate to see what those fines are.
It's going to get bad.
Yeah.
So get real with your bid prep. Right now, you should be checking 3 things. Okay, so your MOT.
Method of transportation.
Okay. Your supervisor certified. Can your team do night shifts? Matter of fact, can they work around the clock? I've worked on jobs where it was a 48-hour shutdown. They're like, you can go out in your truck and sleep when you need to, but you're here. You're not leaving.
That's it. Like living in Dallas, working downtown, most of the time the nights are what goes on around here. Majority. Some they'll do round the clock, but most of it, they want it to be open during the day. So they'll be rolling up at the time I was rolling into the office because that's how early I left. Because I wanted to start before everything. But it was great because while it's not, there's less cars on the road, so it actually keeps the workers safer too. And I love that aspect of it.
I love it. But also, do you have enough cones, arrow boards, barriers, anything like that? You've got to have the inventory to cover multiple bridges, not just the inventory, the personnel. Line up a responsive paving sub now because these closures, they're not forgiven. When you shut it down, you got to be done. And on the electrical MEP side, these bridges bundles need the ITS loops, camera runs, expansion joint heating, lighting, and temporary power. That's where the bid money hides. And keep an eye on steel and pole lead times. They'll make or break your delivery. And guys, if you're not already looking at all these things like this, you need to look at it. You need to get ahead of it. You need to figure out if you want to bid that kind of work, what does it look like to get in there and bid it?
That's it. And even to be lumped in a big bid package like 50 bridges. That's a lot of bridges. But if you're set up to do that, go with it.
Man, what
It'd
a way
be
to do
great
it.
to lock in that much work at one time for one contract. We would call that a anchor job.
Yep. And guys, those kind of jobs can make or break your company. They can make it if you do it right and you get it done on time. But then again, if you mess it up, you're liable to be up the creek, and that's not a good place to be. So definitely something worth checking out and getting into. Now we're going to roll into website review. And this is the NIOSH ladder and safety, or ladder and fall safety. And this is put out by the CDC. But let's talk about one of the most underused but free safety tools out there, the NIOSH Ladder Safety Suite. Go to the cdc.gov/NIOSH and you'll find calculators, mobile apps, checklists that you can use today to make your morning huddles even better. The Ladder Safety app helps you check angle of inclination, choose the right ladder, and inspect it properly. Now, this is perfect for new guys and refresher training. It even uses the phone sensor to popping to when your ladder is at the wrong angle, so it will notify you. And you can run a 60-second sight drill project on the app, on screen, have every foreman pick a ladder, and everyone calibrates them. Squirt, why did you pick this?
Man, so the reason I picked this one, guys, is we talk it a lot. One of the major problems and issues on jobs is slips, trips, and falls.
Number one accident cause per OSHA.
Top
Yep.
thing. Guys, this is an app, and this is mainly for you beginners out there, for anybody that's working on the house, things like that. Ladders are dangerous, especially for people just using them at home. I've heard of too many incidents that have happened to people that I know that have used ladders wrong. They were using it the wrong way. This is an app that you can actually download, though. And what I think is cool is right here. Is
Position
where
it on your ladder.
You can put your phone on your ladder. Oh, is this the right angle?
Like a level.
Or not? Oh, no. I need to pull the feet out a little more. I need to push them a little closer, whatever it is. And I'm always talking about the good rule, though. You put your feet up against the feet of that ladder, hold your arms out. That should be your 4-to-1 ratio, or at least really close to it. This checks the actual degree that you have your ladder set up.
So cool.
I think it's really cool. And then you can also kind of go through there and talk about the different ladders and look to try to figure out what's the right one for your working height, stuff like that. I wanted to show this off because it's something completely different and it's a good tool to have, especially if you've got new people and y'all work a lot of extension ladder works, because I've been on some really long ones to get on some high roofs to work. And just the reassurance of this, being able to put my phone on there and go, hey, it's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me feel a lot better about climbing it whenever I'm carrying weight and stuff like that.
And it's neat because NIOSH also offers fall hazard and back over blind spot resources. And it's a great way to round out your struck by fall safety plan all in one toolbox right here off NIOSH. So guys, it's a great place it's a great resource. And if you're smart, man, download the app on your phone and say, look, I got it. It really is. It's a good thing.
That's it. And download it now. Even if you are experienced, you don't need it. Download it so that you have it for when that new guy starts. Hey, man, you ought to download this app for whenever you're setting up extensions.
And you can just share it. When you download the app, you just hit share and send it to them. Say, hey, put this on your phone. And when I come up and you're on a ladder, I'm going to ask you, have you used this? And they're like, okay. Yep. Teach them right from the beginning.
That's it.
All right, business growth. The referral flywheel with adjacent trades. If you want more jobs without spending more marketing dollars, God, I hate spending money.
Don't you?
I hate freaking marketing companies. You don't see me turn red and get upset. I'll make this shirt look pink. Guys, spending money on marketing, don't get me wrong, I know it's got to be done, but there's a better way. Build a referral flywheel between roofers, HVAC techs, plumbers, electricians, everybody. It's not just theory, it's a strategy. Let's say a roofer finds a duct sweating in an attic, and he thinks, hey, this thing could be causing a ceiling leak or something like that. Boom. That's a plumbing or an HVAC job right there. Hey, we saw this while we were up here. I called a plumber friend of mine. He's just going to come over and look at it. Just want you to know. You return the favor when your technicians see mold, damaged shingles, anything like that. Guys, we can feed each other. We're all in the business to do one thing: help them protect the most valuable investment of their life, their home. You each stay in your lane, but you refer intentionally back and forth between each other. Structure it, set it up, set up an agreement. We'll assess within 24 hours if it's your lead. Now it's like, hey, if they call us, that they move to the top of the list. Because you never want to refer, and I've done this before, you refer another company, they never call, they never come out. Or they say they'll come out
we'll
and they
be
never
there in
come.
2 weeks.
Yeah,
Let's schedule that.
Or they say we'll be there tomorrow and they never show up.
Yeah.
You can offer a finder's fee or just credit for their clients. Then co-brand your one-pagers for each property type: multifamily, light commercial, single family, industrial, whatever it is. Put your logo and theirs side by side. Then you tag each referral in your CRM. You run reports monthly. Who's closing the most jobs? Are they solid? If not, it's time for a quality gate. Do you have the right people there? Do they have the right insurance, safety record, response time? Maybe even their insurance multiplier.
Yeah.
I don't want to send somebody that gets people hurt.
That's it. And that, like the safety you were talking about, that could close a lot of doors out there for you. So you've got to make sure that their safety rating's just as good or better than yours that you're striving to get, and push each other towards that better rating to open new doors for better revenue options.
And then the cool thing, once a quarter, do a lunch and learn. Get together. Swap real case studies with photos. Tell the story, what was found, what happened, how it got fixed. Make it easy for your partners to refer with confidence, and watch your cost per customer drop like a rock. Okay? Because if you're not looking at that and you're not thinking, how can we cross market? How can we cross brand? Guys, if every time you walk into a house, you're like, look, if you need a roofer, an electrician, and an HVAC tech, I've got great ones. Guys, you build stuff like that, you're helping them take care of their house, and you're referring people that you know, love, trust, and you're connected to.
And man, that's what networking is about.
Isn't it though?
Man, I'm glad I've learned that.
It
helps
It
a
does.
lot.
And a lot of people don't know how to get out and network. And that's something we actually talk about in Residential Service Professionals. Julie's the one who told me, you need to get out and network. It's like, look, plumbers don't network. But then the first time I went out, we brought in 3 jobs the next week. It does work.
Oh, that's it. And this flywheel that we're creating, we all refer each other. One customer is 4 customers. Technically, it's the same customer, but it's 4 companies that are gaining that one customer together. And if the other companies are gaining you customers, you're happy to gain more for them. And it works.
It's a great way to do it. All right. Service work. Tech scheduling. I love it.
Tech scheduling by skill tier here. Okay. And this is huge because you've got that best tech, that slower tech, no problems. We're all a little different. We all work a little different. But if your best techs are doing PMs while your rookies are guessing at weird intermittent issues, your dispatch is upside down, guys.
And here's the deal. If you've got your best tech doing the PMs, if they're out doing just the maintenance work, man, you've dispatched way wrong.
Way wrong. It can be fixed, though, and you've got to start now, okay? But tier the calls.
I like this. And I read through this morning. We call it dispatching for profits, dispatching for dollars.
Yes.
Sending people out, getting the right tech on the right job.
That's it. And I like this little simple ABC.
You bet.
Okay. As simple as ABC, guys. A calls, these are diagnostics and critical issues.
You need somebody
Major
good.
things. You need somebody good. You need a good quality tech.
Mm-hmm.
B calls, standard repairs. Nothing crazy, just straightforward.
Right.
C calls are your maintenance calls. Okay. Now tier those techs who can actually solve stuff on that first try.
Yes.
And who's still learning some of the basics. This is going to help you tier them and grade them. Okay, this is for A's, these are for C's. But also, you're going to want to build a diagnostic block in your dispatch. Okay, your A team is going to handle tough calls early.
I love the A team. That was a good show.
I know.
Mr. T, baby. I know we both go there.
And backfill that with B and C when those actually wrap up. Okay, then go help.
And here's what's good about that. If you've got your A tech out and he does the diagnostics, he finds a big problem, he gets started on it. Well, now your C tech, he finished up on a maintenance call and he ain't got anywhere to go. You know what? Let him come over and work with your A tech, and he gets to see how those jobs are done. This helps him learn and grow.
That's it.
And it lets you clear the board with fewer callbacks. You've got your A tech there. If you're a C tech and I have you install a garbage disposal or rebuild a kitchen sink drain and all that, I'm going to come look at it. It's like, dude, whoa, what'd you do?
And a good part about doing this also is you get to equip those levels accordingly. A techs are going to have advanced meters, probes, that more expensive equipment.
You bet.
Typically, C techs, dude, they need some PM
They
kits,
need a go bag.
some filter packs to go in and do some
Yeah.
simple maintenance. Nothing major. They don't need any equipment to do major diagnostics. That's for the A team, okay? Dispatch shouldn't be a coin toss.
Yeah.
Measure it, time that fixed rate, check your average time, okay? And also how parts usage varies by tech tier also, okay? Because it's gonna be different. C tech's gonna waste some things. Your A, probably not. It's probably not gonna over order. Has more of a knowledge bank of how to get things done with the right amount of stuff. But also for the A calls, you're going to want to have techs do a 5-minute video check-in with a lead before they run for parts. Okay, this double diagnosis saves trips because that other person, it gives them somebody to bounce off of. And that is a great thing to do because sometimes we all see it different. We're all going to pop it a little different. There may be something that I see that he doesn't. And it's like, hey, why don't you go ahead and add this for the future? It'll make it better. Oh, yeah, that is a good idea.
And what I love about this is you communicate this with your customers. Tell them the truth. Hey, we're sending out a competency match technician for this issue, not just the next available plumber.
Yep.
And if you do this and you teach your technicians this, or you teach your dispatchers this, and here's my problem. And I used to tell my plumbers, I don't want y'all hanging out up there around the dispatchers. Well, they became friends. And I actually had to get rid of a dispatcher because she was telling them things we were talking about in the office. She's like, well, I'm trying to take care of my guys.
Yep.
I said, your job is to take care of my company. She says, no, it's not. It's to take care of them. I said, then leave. Take care of them now. And I'm serious. It's like, bye. And she didn't like that. But here's the deal. If she's sending out her friends to do jobs, well, this could be a good job and they could make good money.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's not my best plumber. Yeah, but he's not nice. I don't like him. Bye.
Yep.
Guys, you've got to run your business like it needs to be ran. High horse, sorry, a stool, soapbox. I'm off. I'm good.
MET, materials, equipment, and tools. Low dust mortars and silica controls. Okay, and this was becoming a bigger thing as I was coming out of the field, moving into the office more, but all the vacuums, all the stuff that they got now, I see all the cool tools that they've got. But honestly, I dealt with it a lot. Interior demo in an occupied space.
You better know all about it now.
You've got to be able to handle, you've got to have some silica dust control. Okay. And it's not negotiable anymore. You don't have to wreck your schedule to do it right. It's honestly pretty simple.
But you got to be prepared.
But you've got to be prepared. You've got to plan that work and work that plan. Ugh. But you're going to want to start with the OSHA Silica, the PEL 50 micrograms per cubic meter. Okay, you really need to know table 1 if you're using objective data. Make sure it's legit.
And make sure you know what you're doing.
That's why you want to pull up the OSHA schedule
Yep.
and run by those numbers. Pick the right mortar that you're going to use based on all these things. Use some of the low dust formulations that actually reduce visible clouds during mixing. Okay, they're not perfect, but they give you a head start. Your gear matters also. You're going to want to pair shrouded grinders with a 99.97% HEPA vacuum. Okay, I remember how often I see him grinding concrete. Holy cow.
And it's a cloud of dust.
That's it. I love that they added these HEPA vacs going on. Okay. And they have to have automatic filter cleaning. it can't be a clogged filter that you're just sitting over
Yeah,
there
it's
vacuuming
running.
away. It's
Yeah,
on,
but it's
you
not
hear
sucking
it, it's
anything.
good.
Yeah.
And you're always going to have to log the serial numbers into your JHA.
What's your JHA? You remember?
The
Job Hazard Analysis. Texas Instruments. That's where I found out all about these.
JHAs, TSAs, they call them a lot of things.
Yep.
Plan that work that plan.
Amen.
And that's what it's about, guys. But it's also proof that you used the right setup. Look, we planned on this. We knew we were doing this. Here's everything we put into place. And here's how we prevented things. But also, you're going to have to contain that space. You're going to have to use some zipper walls, some negative air scrubbers sometimes to protect the occupants that are in any adjacent areas.
And that's the one, remember, I told you about working in one of the bathrooms at Fidelity. What was the name of it? The building down. Republic Tower building. I'm working in a bathroom. We're laying out, we're remodeling. All of a sudden, it's like, man, it's getting dusty in here. And we look up, and we were on an abatement floor, and they had everything taped off. We could get out of the elevators and come into the bathroom without any problem. But they had pulled out a duct.
Yep.
And all this dirt is blown in.
Never sealed it.
And it's like, let's get out of here now.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was raising 9 kinds of mess.
Man, I worked down at Dark Container, and I feel like we hung plastic walls
Every 5 minutes.
60 feet high for almost a month to block off this space because we were saw cutting into the floor to add major trenches. Huge project. A lot of work goes into this to protect the people that are there. It's okay.
And the good thing is, look, it's optics, but it's also your liability.
That's right.
Okay? It's got to look good. People have to feel safe. When I'm in here working, all of a sudden, it's like, wait, it's foggy in here. And you look up, you know they're abating, and you see all these dust particles blowing through the floor or through the wall. It's like, let's get out of here now.
Yeah.
That's not good optics.
That was the first job I ran ductwork on because I had to duct in a lot of units to keep that air moving and keep it cycling. But don't forget PPE either, okay? If you're working in this way, you're going to have to get fit tested, make sure everything actually fits and is secure and it's doing the proper things it's built to do. You're going to have to change those cartridges monthly on these, period. Take photos of your setup, put them in the client report so that they know everything you did. And that is proof of the performance that you put into that job and to protect your people. And that's something I love.
And I love it because you put it in your file. You're showing your contractor, look, you're getting what you pay for.
Yep.
We told you we do this. We told you we take care of people. It's a big deal.
That's it. And here's the proof of us doing it. I love seeing
Every
companies
day.
like that. Go ahead.
So, as I told y'all, this Friday, Julie and I are doing this is going to be a business intensive. If you have a residential service company and you want to figure out how to make it grow, but you don't want to join a best practice group that puts you in these cookie cutter packages. You have to do everything just like every other company does. Guys, that's not why I started my company. I started my company because I wanted to do things different. But normally when you join these best practice groups, they tell you how to do things their way. And everybody has to do it exactly the same. Now, there's a lot of things you need. There's a lot of tools. There's a lot of stuff that I didn't even know that I didn't even know. But if you want to learn how to grow your business and you're here in Texas this Friday, go to residentialserviceprofessionals.com/launch. Julie, who was in here earlier, is a great business coach. She's helped start a business, grow a business, scale it, and sell it. And then she became a full-time coach. She's good. Me, I'm nothing. I just know how to plumb a little bit. But anyway, I'm going to be helping coach it and the marketing and all that. So go check it out. And the reason I get to do stuff like this is because of what I do on YouTube. I literally started YouTube just over 7 years ago. And I started learning how to grow a business. And I did it because I got tired of getting ripped off by marketing companies. And when you get ripped off by marketing companies, you get a little upset about it. At least I do. And learning that changed everything. I learned how to talk about what we did, why we did it. I made videos about why we're not the cheapest plumbing company in town that literally I saw results not long after I posted it. But if you think that YouTube is not right for you, that's just a voice in your head. You need to get over it. YouTube is good for anybody. And here in the next few years, YouTube is you're going to find out will be more valuable for your company than your website is. So if this is something you want to learn more about, I made a free webinar. So go to justmattroger.com and check it out. And after you do, come back in here and let me know what you thought about it. But anyway, go to justmattroger.com.
And everybody, we'd like to thank Leak Pro for sponsoring today's episode of the Trade Talks, where we build the most precise leak detection system for professional plumbers. And when I say a complete system, guys, there's a couple pieces of equipment that we build. Build a probe, T-handle style, solid block of aluminum up top with a stainless steel rod. That stainless rod is super durable. That's what we prefer when you're probing in and out of the ground for listening to water lines from that meter to the home service, irrigation lines, anything like that out in the yard. But if that leaks under a slab, let's say driveway, sidewalk, patio, slab of the home itself, you're going to love the complete kit because it comes with that sidekick also. And that sidekick, it's our pistol grip style with an aluminum rod. That aluminum rod, it's a less dense metal, so it enhances the sound even more. And that's what kind of eliminates that layer of concrete for you when you're trying to pinpoint a leak underneath it. So check out our complete kit at the website, leak.pro. But if you're not familiar with the process of doing leak detection and how to pinpoint locate, give me a call because I offer a 2-day in-person training here where I've got a slab out here with 11 leaks under it. We go through, start with line locating, pinpoint leak detection under the slab. Got one outside of the slab also, so you're familiar with what that sounds like. But then I've also got a couple sewer systems set up, one cast iron and one PVC, where we go through and do some isolation testing to teach you to determine precisely where a sewer system's leaking, all from the double clean out outside of the home. So give me a call at 1-8888-LEAK-PRO. I'd be happy to talk about the equipment or the training and how we can help add this to your business or your own list of services.
Grow your bottom line. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
In the comments, Escobar Morales says, I love watching and learning about the trades. About done with the first set of classes with plumbing school.
Right.
Man, good for you. Congratulations. Tony Ullman says, I love this guy. Watch your videos all the time. Will you quit making videos?
No.
I know. People love you.
Sorry.
Escobar says, hello. Says, I enjoyed learning about the trades and I recently started trade school at Miller Mott. Halfway done with my first set of plumbing classes. Thanks for the Trade Talk show for your encouragement. Dude, man, congratulations to you. It's a beautiful thing.
Good deal.
Matt McDonough says, safety has to be the number one thing on everyone's agenda.
Yes.
Too many people hurt themselves on stupid things each and every day. Boy, isn't that the truth? And Matt, it's crazy because most people know better. Matt also says, I love referring people that I have the same, to companies that I have the same qualities in work. Like in Vegas, I recommend Leak Pro to all the plumbers I come across.
Yeah, buddy.
Me too. Matt says, I used to love printing OSHA schedules. Yeah, isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Says, all right, gentlemen, got to go be a hero. Have a great Tequila Tuesday. Wish I could come to your training on Friday. Keep doing awesome things. Go Leak Pro. Love you, brother. Be good. Have a great day. And we'll see you soon.
Yes, sir.
All right, MEP. And I love this because me getting to work at Brant and know John, I really got to learn all about BIM. And it blew my mind. But this is a neat way to look at it.
Yes. Like we talk about building information modeling, how we actually build this in a computer to be able to walk through the building. But how does the process go from on the computer to actually in the field?
You bet.
How do you actually make sure everything's good and it's going to fit? But honestly, if you're not using some point clouds to verify install against that BIM model, you're risking expensive rework.
And a lot of it.
Especially in MEP ceiling zones. That was my world. I can remember the front end where we had randoms on almost everything, and it was prefabbed, but it wasn't very prefabbed.
Right.
To where now you don't make a cut. Everything is cut exactly how it's supposed to be. There may be 1 or 2 randoms out of a whole mechanical room.
Because they may not have the exact measurement of where that pipe is.
Just for one
Lengthwise.
small
Yep.
escape. And that's all it is. Because we've got to make sure everybody out there did what matches in here.
Mm-hmm.
But here's how the loop actually goes. Okay, you're going to want to scan the rough in, register it to the point cloud, compare it to the coordination model to make sure that it's same. If not, you're going to flag anything more than a half of an inch off. Okay? Guys, this only takes a day, not a week. But the major thing, it avoids RFIs later. Okay? What's the catch here? Hanger heights, misaligned sleeves, misrouted med gas valves. Dang it.
I know.
Or trays that are running too close to other systems. Okay, we've seen it. Lessons learned through all these jobs of the history. But all of these things can ruin an inspection or cause a delay. And guys, tooling for this is pretty simple. Total station for the layout. Your favorite.
I love those.
They're all automated now. It can be a one-man total station.
But I even like the next one better, the handheld tripod scanners.
Handheld and tripod scanners. You can do it with your phone now. There's apps to do it, to actually check it. But you just need some shared control points that everybody agrees on. And typically that gets kind of locked in by the GC. Here's the points we're using. Everybody get on the page.
And what's funny, when I first using a total station, we went out and we determined the points.
I was going to say,
nobody else is using it. They're like,
had to
man,
run off the actual
what are y'all
world
doing?
Points.
And it's like, well, I would literally, Randy, walk out into a field that the batter boards were up and strings were up. And I would go in and lay out for the entire underground roughing.
Yep.
I'd mark every point, and then I'd draw it. I'd take paint
Yep.
and mark it out. Now my backhoe operator can come in. Then I'd come in a week later after he dug it. I'd mark those same points again. Now my plumbers knew that pipe turns up right there.
Yep.
Period.
Yep. Yeah.
You saw it. You saw it at the pool.
Yeah. All our points we did within 1/8 of an inch.
Yeah.
Was the tolerance we allowed was 1/8 of an inch. It was like, if it's within 1/8, that's good enough for the underground rough.
But the cool thing is that when you're done with all this, your scans go into the as-built, into the record drawing package for the owner. That way you can show them, look, this is how we did it. This is what we did. It makes your closeout smooth, and it shows you built what you told them you were going to build. And a lot of people aren't doing stuff like this still these days. And it's like, guys, the technology's there, and it makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, they paid me a lot of money to learn how to use the system, carry the system around, communicate with the BIM, the CAD team, with everybody.
So
they'd create my points. I'd go out and lay them out.
yeah, it's a lot of work on the front end, but it saves you so much on that back end, on the field labor side, where it really matters. And that's the key to it.
All right.
So I love it.
We're going to move over to where the work is. And Randy likes this one.
I do, but look at that. Nothing ever goes wrong on a job. Everything goes perfectly to the plan.
Always. On every job.
Always.
The Gen X plumber knows what we're talking about.
Even those napkin drawing jobs.
I know, boy.
Those go in better
I've
than
worked
anything.
on some of those. God. Here's what we're going to do.
I had
It's
to
like, wait a minute.
bid
Where's the
some of
blueprints?
those.
Right here.
So this guy's like, hey, can you bid this napkin?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
It's about $4 million, but might be a little higher or low.
Yes. All right. Where's the work?
Oh, God. And we've both worked in semiconductors.
That's it. Semiconductor supplier parts. Okay, now this is Texas and Arizona, major locations
You bet.
for this. But there's a surge happening around chip manufacturing. But it's not just fabs, guys. Supplier parks are booming in Texas
Okay,
and
hold
Arizona.
on. Who invented the semiconductor chip?
Jack Kilby?
There you
Right?
go. Look at you.
Look at me go.
Now I'll give you a little useless information.
Okay.
Julie's mother was
Yeah.
his secretary.
Awesome.
She wrote
Wow.
almost all of his patents.
That's funny.
It is.
See, look at me.
Way to
Jack
go.
Kilby.
Good thing. Way to go. We know that because there's the Kilby building.
Kilby
at TI.
building, yes.
Yeah.
And now
And it's
remember
part of the
in
story.
That was, yeah.
Yeah,
I had
it's
to
a neat
block
deal.
that hard.
I love stories like that, though.
But that's it. These parks are booming. And guess what? They need trades. Imagine that.
a lot of them.
We need trades to build stuff.
Yep.
But we're talking about clean room filter manufacturers, dry chemical producers, ultra pure water systems,
Mic drop.
and tool installers. Now, these guys are building entire support campuses right next to fabs, like the TSMC, Samsung, Intel.
And I know people that worked at almost every one of those.
That's it. And guys, think 60 to 100,000 square feet tilt ups with heavy MEP, process piping, love it, and serious exhaust control because they do not play.
Oh no, the air systems in there blow your mind.
That's it. What's in it for you? Long-term contracts, fast-track builds, and serious safety standards because they do not play in the semiconductor world at all. But if you can handle clean room construction protocols and you've got the patience for it, or you have experience in some life sciences, you're golden, guys. Electrical? Dude,
Yeah,
these
tons.
sites need redundant power, grounding grids, EMF shielding, plumbing,
yeah.
RO, DI water, chemical drain systems.
And that's
Air-
where I learned all about reverse osmosis, deionized water.
Yep.
All that. It's like, wow.
That's it. Special stuff, special
Yeah.
materials to run it in. Love that.
And then the
stuff.
chemical drains. Oh my God, running some
Yeah.
acid fuse pipe and stuff. It's like, okay, this is neat.
Get to learn some neat things in these
Yep.
places. And that's what really triggered this. I love semiconductor, yeah, but what excites me the most, new people are going to be learning more semiconductor, and I just love to see that.
And it's so neat because, like I said, look, Randy and I both got to work out there. So we're very familiar with it. But I mean, he talked about setting tools a while ago.
Yes.
And most people in the trades would probably think, okay, they're rolling a server machine in and mounting it or something like that. No. These are tools that they're as long as a tractor trailer or longer, bigger. And some of these things are $1 billion.
Millwright movers,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah. These
Love
guys
it.
come in and it's like, yeah, we're less than an 1/8 inch off.
That's
It's
it.
got to be right where it's got to
it's
be.
within thousandths.
Yeah.
They don't play. They measure to that degree.
But it's fun to
Yes,
watch.
They do.
It is fun to
is.
watch.
The precision of work that goes into that is the astonishing part. And the thing that you're going to learn the most, if you've never worked in the semiconductor world, it's like artwork everywhere that you go. Every pipe has a place that it's supposed to be. If it runs this way, it's here. If it runs this way, it's here. Everything is uniform, and it really is an awesome place, especially to learn.
All right. Instructor training. And this is scenario-based safety drills using real job photos. So stop using stock images for your safety training. I hate those safety videos. They made it in the 70s. And guys, some companies are still showing them today.
Yeah.
If you really want to impact your crew or your apprentices, use your own job site photos and safety drills. It's so neat to see Ed put a picture up on a job. You're like, yeah, I know what job that is. And thank God that's not me in the picture
Yep.
because he'd catch you. But here's how it works. You grab 10 real photos from a recent job. Good, bad, ugly, it doesn't matter. Protect them or project them in the classroom. Show them to people. Show them in the job site trailer. Then run a spot the hazard. What did you find wrong? Make it a challenge. Who can ID the most issues the fastest and explain how to fix them? Now, this does three things. It makes it real because they've seen the site. They've been on it. It builds critical thinking. It's not just a textbook. It's tactical. And it opens up peer-led safety discussions. Now, you'll hear them say, look, I was on that crew, or, ooh, I worked with him. Here's what happened. Okay, guys, this stuff becomes real then. It does.
I had one. I was on a job. I'm up in a lift. I'm tied off to a lift. I've got a yo-yo on me, so it's constantly pulling. It keeps it tight to where nobody could really see it. I got a guy way over on the concrete, and he's taking pictures. And I'm like, boss,
Yeah.
get ready because there's going to be pictures of me flying around this job soon.
Uh-huh.
The next day, my boss comes with a full printout of a picture of me. He goes, yep, you were right. Here it is. I said, did you tell him why? He goes, yeah. I laughed and, hey, boss, here, I want you to know what was going on. He's tied off. He's doing everything. He's working on a cooling tower. There's nothing above him, so he couldn't tie off overhead.
Same thing for me.
He's tied to the lift. But everybody got to learn from it. And I just told them, I'm like, hey, I know this picture's coming. It's coming out because they think I'm doing something wrong, even though I'm not. And I know that.
I was on a power plant at one of the schools in Plano, and this is one of the jobs where I was the plumber, but I'm helping them with the pipe fitting because it was a Saturday. They brought in a welder who was not a journeyman. So they have to offer all the journeymen, do you want to come in and work? I'm like, look, only if I can be productive. And that welder actually said, yeah, you can come in and work with me. He knew me. He's like, Roger, don't jack around.
Yep.
So I was there and they were trying to make a weld, and there was a piece of pipe that ran parallel to a walkway, an elevated walkway. And he said, man, somehow we gotta pull that over. And I told the superintendent, I said, hey, I'm gonna have to do something here that ain't gonna be good. He said, what are you gonna do? I said, well, I'm gonna climb out on that rail. I said, I'm gonna hold on to it, and then I'm gonna lean out and I'm gonna push that pipe with my leg. I've got to get it over where he can tack it up. So he starts looking around. He said, where's Ed? It's like he's on the other side. He said, Ed, come here. Told Ed, I need you to go out in the car for a little bit. Go eat lunch, go do something, but I need you off here for about 10 minutes. He said, how come? He said, well, I don't want to tell you. And he's looking at me, and I'm already standing up on the rail because I know we're fixing to do it. He looks up at me, and he looks over and sees where Rick is, and he's like, oh. And he looks around, and he's thinking, how could this be done? He's like, there ain't no way. He said, I'm going to go in my car for a little bit. I got some things I need to do. It meant good safety men understand.
When you can't work safe, you slow down and you work careful.
Really freaking smart.
Okay, you pay attention to everywhere you're putting every single part and piece of your body.
Yep.
Because there's times that you can't, there's no way to be 100% safe doing it. That's when you've got to slow down and be careful, be very cautious as to every single thing you're doing. And us being able to do that works well to where the safety guy's like, you know what?
I know them.
I'll be
I
back.
trust them. They'll
I'll
be
be
fine.
back. Y'all are
Yeah.
good. Yep.
Okay, we're going to roll into specialty. And this is neat stuff. This is cryogenic and lab gas manifolds. Safety and labeling discipline. Okay, you've got to label everything exactly right. And you've been on these big projects like this where labels they're life critical.
Guys, whenever I got into piping and pipe fitting, I never thought I would be a sticker fitter where the stickers have to be perfect. They've got to be level, square, in the same center. They get so picky
maybe
on labels in some places.
Maybe even the exact distance off the wall, because that way the maintenance men know I can pull a tile or I can walk to that wall and look up and it'll be right there.
A lot of jobs I hit that had ceiling tiles, you had to be able to remove any tile
And be able to see the pipe. Yep.
see within 10 feet either direction so that you know exactly what you're looking at. Okay? But if you're doing hospital, lab, especially industrial work, with any cryogenic or specialty gases, your manifold install could literally be life or death. There were some gases out at TI that you can't smell, you can't see.
It doesn't even hurt you. When it gets on you, it doesn't hurt you.
you.
It eats your bone from the inside out.
That's it. There's so many different things out there, chemicals, gases, all of the above. Major thing here is the labeling, okay? And a lot of the standards out there are not optional. You've got the NFPA 99, the CGAs, but we're talking like oxygen, nitrous oxide, CO2, argon, helium, hydrogen. These are just some basics, but they all have distinct color codes, label types, and valve requirements. One wrong line, a patient or chemist could die. Installers, you've got to route your lines clearly, avoid shared chases with any flammable gases, and also use isolation valves at logical points for maintenance later. We always installed valves for maintenance.
Yep.
Very important when you're doing a system. Don't save the couple bucks that the valve's going to save. Put it in. It's there for a reason. Always test for leaks under working pressure. Don't just do a basic bubble test and walk away.
And we always did like 1.5 pressure, sometimes 2 times pressure.
That's it, of what it's actually going to be, because some of the things I was running, they were straight from a bottle. It went through a regulator, and then boom. Well, what if that regulator ever fails? I need to test it a little more just to make sure nothing happens.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got to know if you're working with any high-pressure tanks, just like that, and ensure that your rack systems are secured and also seismic compliant, depending on where your location is.
And even if you're not in an area like us, we're in Texas, we don't get a lot of earthquakes or anything like that, but we get them every now and then since they started drilling.
I felt one.
So yeah, we do. So when you're working with life critical gases, stuff like this, I guess the worst that other than was it hydrofluoric acid, the one that if it got on you, it's the one that ate from the inside out.
I'm pretty sure.
Because it was drawn to calcium. Well, your bones and your teeth. So it would go in and just start eating your bones, and you didn't even know you got it on you. It was like, okay, it's like water or something.
Yeah.
But it literally went straight in, started eating the bones. All right, we're going to jump into social media spotlight. The fabrication series. Today's spotlight is exactly that. And if you're into welding, layout, or just you admire precision metalwork, this account is a must follow. What sets them apart is how they break down tough concepts into clean visual stories. From miters to saddle cuts to cope joints, they show what precision looks like in pipe and structural. One of their best posts recently was a live weld fit up comparison with calipers. No fluff, just practical fabrication knowledge. Squirt, why'd you pick this channel?
Man, good welders that know what they're doing. It's one of the favorite things I like to see. I'm a fabricator. I love working with metal. It's one of my favorite things. But for this channel, what happens when that engineer picks up the tools? Background's an engineer, not trades guy, morphed in. So it's a different way of thinking about things, more processes, things like that. Engineers' brains are a little different. Started back in 2015, been doing it over a decade. 665,000 subscribers.
Very nice.
With almost 96 million views. Cruising along very well. But something that kind of stood out to me just a few days ago was this one. Now, I can remember the first time working with a TIG welder and seeing all these cups, and it's like, well, how do you even know like what you're supposed to use there? Well, then the more TIG welders I worked with, they don't need all those. It's what your personal preference is and what size pipe you're working on. That's about it. That's all it really boils down to. And you can get some different tips to do different walking techniques and steps, and it's going to look a little different depending on what your size cup is and how you're walking it. So I thought that was pretty cool. But I just love the way they dig in to everything, every little part and piece of welding. It's not just, oh, here's the welding machine, here's how you weld. Breaking down, how do you actually prepare your tungsten and stuff to do TIG welds? Every welder's a little different, how sharp, what angle they want it, all these different things. And you learn that over the years. But if you don't know, you can hop on here and watch some videos and start to understand some of the whys, why everybody's picky about what cups they use, what different things, and checking out some of the different setups. That's some of the things that I like to see here. It's real world doing real stuff and actually passing on useful
Neat
knowledge.
stuff.
One of the other things I love whenever he's tearing down fake welds,
Yep.
other welds he sees on other people's socials, and it's like, yeah, that's not really a weld that y'all did ever. It's all fake. And some different techniques for bending, stuff like that, cutting saddles. I like learning the techniques and how to actually do stuff to do the fabrications, because that's what this is all about. And the more you learn about fabricating, the more extensive things that you can actually build out there. And a lot of things you can do, you can build stuff that you actually want to use around the house. Everybody's favorite is a smoker. Let's build a smoker for the house.
Absolutely. But you got to get some big pipe to do that.
That's it. And you've got to know how to cut everything right and do the fabrications. And channels like this is where you go to actually get some of that knowledge.
Neat stuff.
For sure.
What are they doing in shorts?
Let's see what we got in shorts. TIG classes are back.
Just go to Popular.
Perfect. Welding in China be like.
There you go.
Oh, how you like that
20-year-old with 30 years experience.
Look at that. Oh my gosh. It might cut you vertically
Yeah,
there.
Pinchy bits. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Like,
That's funny.
it's neat. Just
Cool stuff.
Some different stuff. That's it.
All right, best practices. Okay, today we're talking about operations. Built by a plumber, not a consultant. Okay, best practice groups, they're great, but they're going to tell you what to do. They don't always tell you how to do it. Now, there's no shortage of business coaches out there online. You can find tons of them. But how many of them have ever climbed into a hot attic to work on 3 water heaters in August in Texas? I have. And I helped build systems that worked on the job site, not just in a spreadsheet. I've actually helped grow, scale, and sell a company. From running crews to running companies, I didn't scale it by accident. I used systems. streamlined technology, and got my business to run even when I wasn't there, just like we do now. We set things up where we can leave. Now what do? I teach that same freedom-focused model to other companies. And I do this all around the United States. If your business only works when you do, that's not freedom. That's a trap. That is a freaking job. Now, this coming Friday, August 22nd, I'm helping Julie Jones coach a business intensive that gives you the blueprint to escape that chaos. Don't wait. Book your seat, lock in your spot, and the sooner you build your system, not the cookie cutter system that every other best practice group tries to put you in, the sooner you start building it and the faster you get your life back. Now, my favorite thing about this is, I don't know if y'all have heard this. There's a new thing out called AI.
That artificial intelligence stuff.
No, all in. You got to be all
okay. Oh, I like AI.
in. Okay, yeah. No, artificial intelligence, you can make AI do stuff for you, and we're getting better at it.
Yes.
I've teamed up with a company, won't announce it till Friday, but teamed up with a company that has built out AI systems that actually can help do what I'm trying to teach. And guys, I'm telling you, this stuff's going to be a game changer. I don't want to just help you grow your company. I want to help you get the life back that you thought you were growing this company for. Because if you're in these cookie cutter businesses, these best practice groups that tell you, you have to do this, 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 you don't have time to build the company that you wanted to build. You're trying to build the one they want you to build. So this Friday, that's what all we're going to talk about. It's pinned to the top over there on YouTube. It's liked, it starred. If you want to learn more about it, go to residentialserviceprofessionals.com/launch. And we're going to be doing that this week. And we're going to be doing it because it works. But I started growing my company through social media. I got tired of getting ripped off by marketing companies. I started doing things different. And if learning YouTube is something that you'd like to do, I made a webinar. And I did it to teach people that YouTube's not the problem. It's that voice inside their head making them think it won't work for them. To be honest, in the next few years, YouTube can be more important for your business than your website, because people go to YouTube to search, and YouTube is the second largest search engine out there. So if this is something you want to learn more about, you want to learn how to do, go to justmattroger.com, check out the free webinar, and then come back in and tell me what you think about it. Because I'm telling you, YouTube can completely change your life and everything you're doing.
Sure can.
Big time.
It's kind of crazy going from field and office to in front of a camera. Like, woo!
It's completely
Big
different.
change.
It's completely different.
That's it. And you can have fun in both places, I assure you. But we'd also like to thank League Pro for sponsoring today's episode of the Trade Talks. League Pro manufactures the most precise leak detection system for professional plumbers. I always suggest checking out the complete kit. It's the business in a box. It comes with both pieces of equipment that we build. That probe for that meter to the home service, anything underground, irrigation lines, stuff like that. And then the Sidekick. When you go into the house, you're listening through slabs, listening to valves and stuff for reroutes, stuff like that. Check out the complete kit at our website, leak.pro. But also, if you're not familiar with how to do leak detection and you're thinking, oh, I'm a plumber, I don't know how to do that, give me a call. You can come spend a couple days with me. I do a 2-day in-person training here. I've got a slab out there with 11 leaks under it to train you on. Teach you how to locate the lines, pinpoint locate leaks under the slab, outside of the slab, even in sewer systems, all from the double clean out outside. So give me a call at 1-8888-LEAK-PRO. I'd be happy to talk about the equipment or the training and how this can benefit you and increase your revenue.
Guys, we love what we get to do. And the cool thing about it is we do this for y'all. We do this with y'all. And we started doing this at the beginning of the year.
January 2nd.
Now, we were doing podcast interviews, and I'm still doing them. I still invite people in. If you're in the trades and you're in the Dallas area or coming to the Dallas area, man, reach out to me. May want to get you in here and talk to you. We love what we get to do. But we do it because of y'all, because of the feedback we get, the engagement. We do it to help y'all get better, just like we learned how to get better. We're teaching y'all the things that we learned that work for us. So Whatever you do out there today, if you like this, share it with somebody that you think needs to learn it. And then be safe today and have fun no matter what you do.
That's it. Happy Tequila Tuesday, everybody. I hope to see you back in here tomorrow. You know it's going to be a good hump day. Get out there and hit it effing
It's
hard.
Whiskey Wednesday, not hump
You
day.
know we will. Oh, it's
We
Whiskey
change that.
Wednesday.
Whiskey
hump
Wednesday
day, baby.
tomorrow.
Well, let's add hump day too. Yeah. Whiskey Wednesday. We'll get you. See you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.